Hello, snowboarders of the internet. I'm your host, Avran LeFeber, and this is Top 5s, the only weekly Top 5 show in snowboarding that you're currently watching on 3 screens or less. Anyways, in this video, we're going to be talking about the top 5 women's powder boards for 2022-2023. That's right, ladies. You want to go ride the white line, maybe spray some gravy? We got you covered right here. Number 5, the Battalion Love powder. Little bit softer than middle of the road, and it's got a mellow traditional camber, but it's got that 3BT shape, which is more aggressive in the nose. So what that's gonna do is funnel that powder out to the sides for you. This is gonna help you just break through heavier snow and fresh, lighter snow. It's like the hull of a boat, just pushing it out. With that minimal camber, you're gonna be able to load it up and pop and porpoise through the fresh snow as you need to. It does have a tapered shape to it, meaning that the tail is narrower than the nose. This is gonna sink a lot easier. Number 4, the Jones Hovercraft. I mean, it's a hovercraft. It's a powder displacement vehicle that's just gonna let you glide on fresh snow. This is the original Jones powder board for women, and as such, it's going to help you just slash that snow. It does have a very minimal 3D shaping in the nose, which helps funnel that snow out to the side. No lie there. And just with the way that the cam rocker profile is on this and it's set back, you get more rocker in the nose. That's just gonna help it plane up on top of the fresh snow while that tail sinks down, and you're not gonna have any issues with it. Or are you? Number 3, the Rossignol After Hours, Marion Harity's pro model board from Rossignol. Now, if you watch the Natural Selection Tour, you know what this board can do. If you don't, well, you probably should. I mean, get on it, ladies. It's awesome. It's one of the greatest things in snowboarding to watch. But what this is more of a twin tip styled Rossignol sashimi. So what they did is they added more tail, which gives you a little more power. It's 80% camber underfoot with a 20% rocker in the tip of the tail, mild taper to it, just a wider shovel tip nose. And with it being stiffer, it's gonna push through heavier pow a lot easier. This board, I've ridden it in the 56, and I really wish they would make this for guys. I'm that in love with it. It floats that well. It just plows through everything in its path with that minimal rocker zone. You've got like just this camber that you can load up to help you just push and drive as that tail sinks down, especially when you're whipping through the trees and whatnot with it. This board is phenomenal. Number 2, the Capita Navigator Unisex Powder Destroyer. I love the Navigator. Those cork inlays in it really do dampen when you get into chattery fresh snow. So if you're hitting any crust underneath, it pushes through it and then it gets up on top with that tapered shape to it. The camber is mellow, so you don't really feel as much leg burn with it. This board is phenomenal when you get into fresh snow. You can just slash and spray and never have to worry about it and just crank some really solid powder turns with it. Honorable mentions, all great options, but just barely didn't crack the top 5 of this list. The K2 Excavator, the Endeavor Archetype, the Yes 420. All great options, but just barely didn't crack the top 5 of this list. And the number 1 women's powder board for 2022-2023 is the Nidecker Odyssey with their surfy cam rocker profile, which is very set back cam rocker, so there's a very minimal rocker in the tail, and if you look at the shape of this board, you get where that's going. You've got all your weight back on it, so when you load it up, it elevates that rocker in the nose, and with it being stiffer, that nose will plane up on top and push through, and if you hit anything underneath, you don't really have to worry about it bucking you too much. It just wants to crush through it and keep going. This board is super slashy. It's super well balanced for just getting out there and ripping deep, hard, aggressive pow turns. This has been my top 5 list of women's powder boards for 2022-2023. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own one? Are you gonna buy one? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this list. And I'm already seeing the dudes typing out their comments going, "You're a guy telling women what's good for them." And I'm like, I'm also a guy that worked in shops for 20 years. I'm like, pretty sure I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Sit down, shut the fuck up. Didn't mansplain it to him. Just said, hey, go buy these, go have fun. That's all I care about out there. Anyways, if you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not going to miss any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really like what we're doing over here and you want to support us further, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and well, I've got to continue to be your host because no one's stepping up to the 3.4% female viewership on this channel, and I'll see you in another video.